Rising gracefully above the plains of central India, the Sanchi Stupa stands timeless symbol of peace and enlightenment. Every carving, every stone whispers stories from the life of Buddha, the stories of compassion, wisdom, and the eternal quest for the truth. As the morning light touches the great dome, Sanchi comes alive. Journey together through these gateways of stone and discover the stories carved in silence at the Great Stupa of Sanchi. Backside of me, you can see Sanchi Stupa, which is 2,800 years back. This stupa was initiated by Samrat Ashoka. You can see the important monument of Sanchi Stupa. Monuments got a history, as you know. We can see a massive history, and the first stone rock is here done by Gautami Putra Satakarni. One of the rulers are British. The thought of the gold is inside, and they try to dismantle that place and they try to enter from the gate to inside, but they found nothing. They found is simply the bones. So that's Lord Buddha bones, which is 2,500 years old. Look closely at these beautifully carved sculptures. They were truly mesmerizing, almost alive. And in this detail, see these elephants. They have trunks, and their tusks are missing. Notice those hollow spaces, and it looks like if the tusks were once carefully removed, leaving behind the perfectly shaped holes. Now observe the riders on these elephants, both men and women. From ancient times, Indian culture has celebrated equality, giving women the same importance as men. How remarkable it is to see that value reflected there in the stone. Buddha's first name was Siddhartha, and Siddhartha's mother is died after conceiving him, and he's taken care of by Gautami mother, and she look after Lord Buddha. Let me explain the story in this particular carving. One day, Prince Siddhartha, who would later become the Buddha, was traveling through the streets of kingdom on a chariot driven by his companion Jataka. During his journey, he saw 4 different people. The first carrying a kamandalu, represented a sage or monk. The second is leaning on a stick, symbolized by old age. The third person appeared sick and weak, and the fourth was a lifeless body, symbolizing the death. Siddhartha asked Jataka who these people were, and Jataka explained that these are the stages of the human life: birth, aging, sickness, and finally death. Hearing the truth deeply moved Siddhartha, awakening a sense of compassion and a realization that ultimately led him towards to the enlightenment. Our guide is explaining a scene carved here. It is a classroom like a moment where the Buddha is teaching the life lessons to his followers, helping them to understand the true purpose of the life. Look at the figures. Everyone in front seems deeply attentive, listening carefully to every word. The Bodhi tree here symbolizes the presence of the Buddha himself. But if you notice the figures in the last row, they seem a bit distracted, almost like last benches of modern times. So much this carving is capturing the balance of the seat as well, and you see because this guy is a more weight, and you can see there is a pressure down, and I don't know, the artist is captured that event and he converted into the rock carving. So nice, so realistic. If you see that Sanchi Stupa and you see the people over there, Greeks, and who prayed Lord Buddha, Greeks prayed, and you see that the shoes down there, it does not look to me Greek suits, but it looks like Spanish, and and you can see the Greek and the Spanish style, and so that a lot of people, foreigners, they used to come all the way, and they used to pray Lord Buddha. Before Sanskrit, there is a Pali, Brahmini. Pali was hard to spell, hard to talk. Okay, so that's why the modern Sanskrit. Okay, in the period of Bhoja, people are used to tell that everybody was speaking Sanskrit. So that was around 1,000 years afterwards. But the Pali is you can see the Pali script that must be 2,500 years old. So that's meaning is Ganesham Dhanam. Yeah, that's about Jew Dhanam. So you can see these things are there in a Pali script. Amazing to see that. Okay. This is like a Afghanistan model Buddha statue in a Afghanistan model. So you can see the linings of Gandhar style, which is nothing but Afghanistan style, today's Afghanistan. We are going to Stupa 3, built in the 2nd century BCE. This stupa may be modest in the size, but it holds immense spiritual and historical value. Stupa 3 is adorned with a single beautifully carved Torana. This mound was constructed to enshrine the relic of two Lord Buddha's chief disciples, Sariputta and Moggallana, revered for their wisdom and spiritual mastery. Look at these small human sculptures. These small human statues were known as Yakshas. The word means shadow or reflection. They are carved as if they were holding the Torana. Each Yaksha carries a unique expression. One appears to be crying, another smiling, one shows envy, and the last one reveals anger. This is stored water, but there is a water flow also there. And this Buddha's monastery is there. Okay, so people who are followers of Buddha, they used to stay there. There are a lot of activity over there during the period of Ashoka, and that's quite interesting. As the sun set over the ancient stones of Sanchi, these carvings continue to speak, reminding us peace, mindfulness, and the path of enlightenment. If this journey through the history inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to more stories from India's timeless heritage. Until next time, let the silence of Sanchi reminds us that wisdom is passed through us, and make sure that you subscribe us and encourage us and be a part of our ancient wisdom, ancient journey. Jai Hind.